Hey guys, so huge news for Doctor Who fans. We wondered who the next showrunner would be after Chris Chinballs stepped aside, and it's this man. You know him, you love him, Russell T Davies. Russell T Davies was the showrunner for Doctor Who back in 2005 when it was restarted again. Christopher Eccleston um, heading as the Doctor in the revival. Um, So he was there all through for Eccleston, which he was only there for like one season or one series rather, um, due to choices, um, completely. You know, Eccleston had back and forth and with BBC and stuff like that. But he was showrunner until Stephen Moffat took over for Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. So this man has brought us so many fucking good episodes. So just to name a few, so we have Rose, which obviously it's the first episode. We get introduced to Rose, who is played by Billie Piper. God, but love me some Billie Piper. We get introduced to the new Doctor, who is played by Christopher Eccleston. Amazing. It's a real shame that things didn't work out between Eccleston and the BBC and with production and all that, because he was a great Doctor. But he did that. Just gonna name a few: Rose, Doomsday, Runaway Bride, which introduced Donna, Gridlock, which was a good one, Utopia, which was the reintroduction of the Master, and the freaking the lead up and the reveal of the Master, so fucking amazing. Midnight, really good episode. Stolen Earth, The Next Doctor, The End of Time, Part 1 and 2, The Doctor's Wife, Good Man Goes to, oh my god. And I pulled it up here. So this man, Rory, with Matt Smith, when he was the Doctor, he had Amy and Rory as his companions. And Rory, for the most part, was kind of a punching bag, a stepping stone. People would walk all over him. And he really didn't get that many badass moments. But he has this scene right here where he comes in and he says he has a message from the Doctor and a question from him. Where is my wife? And the Cybermen are looking at him like, "Boo," and he's like, "Oh, don't give me those blank stares." Um, and he's like, "Just tell me what I need to know, and I'll be on my way." And the Cybermen were like, "Well, what is the Doctor's message?" And then you see all these ships behind him, and they start to blow up. And I'm gonna play this last part because it is freaking brilliant. So they're like, what's the Doctor's message? And as he's standing there looking at them, they just
Would you like me to repeat the question?
so fucking badass. Like I said, this man did not get that many badass moments, and when he did, this was so fucking amazing for him. But Russell T Davies, absolutely amazing showrunner. Magician's Apprentice, Fugitive Mujadoon, Timeless Children. So he also was doing Sarah Jane Adventures, Farewell Sarah Jane, because as you know, Elizabeth Sladen died in 2011. Now, this just brings up that completely off topic, but people complain about representation of strong female leads, of strong females. Elizabeth Sladen, back in even then, even in current Who, this was the woman you wanted your kids to look up to. If you had a daughter, this was the woman Um, actually, let me go. Elizabeth Sladen. She was the woman you wanted your kids to look up to. She was smart. She was badass. She didn't need the doctor to, telling her what to do. She was loved by almost every single fan of the show, and that's why she had her own spin-off show, the Sarah Jane Adventures, because that's how amazing of a character she was. So if people want to talk about, oh, there's no strong female character, I beg to differ. Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane Smith was completely fucking badass. The Doctor. But when did she start? 1971. K9. Oh, K9's a good boy. Doctor Who. 1973 she started. So she started in 1973 and she ended in 1983. So 10 years. That's how good of a companion she was. But let's go back to Russell. So this man, and Az kind of brought this up with the BBC, because they're the ones who were kind of pushing all this freaking political crap, all this PC bullshit, pretty much wiping out the 50-something years of Doctor Who lore because they wanted diversity. They're the ones who wanted fucking female Doctor. They wanted to add Joe Martin as Black Doctor. They wanted, they're the ones who wanted all this bullshit. And people in droves have started canceling their TV, the license fee that you have to pay them to have the TV. You mean, the stations and all that. People are just canceling because they're tired of BBC's bullshit. And I think the biggest fear was, oh God, it's going to be another God knows how many years before we get Doctor Who back. Because the last couple of years with Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chinballs, complete fucking hell. Every episode, had to bash men in some kind of way, have to talk about racisms, have to talk about how hard it is to be a woman. And I've said this before, I think the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people was the fact that Jodie Whittaker had no emotion as a doctor. And this is coming off Peter Capaldi, who was very harsh, very stern, very indifferent. I mean, this was the kind of guy who didn't like when Clara would hug him. He wasn't very touchy-feely, he wasn't emotional. But if his companion had come to him and said, oh yeah, I'm afraid my cancer's coming back, he would have words of wisdom. He would make his companion feel better. Especially if Clara said, oh, hey, doctor, I'm going through this, and blah, blah, blah. The doctor's going to do what he can to make her feel better. But no, Jodie Whittaker's like, I really don't know what to say. I'm socially awkward. So I'm just going to go over here and press buttons. Fuck you, Jodie Whittaker. Fuck you. You stupid ass bitch. Didn't you not read the script and think, I don't think the doctor would say that. All her this is the sum of her performance as a doctor. That's all it was. That is the sum up of her entire run as the fucking doctor. Sonic screwdriver for everything. Her fucking frowny face every time she got mad, and huh? What? So we were all afraid. It's like, okay, who's gonna take over? Who's gonna take over? We know who's gonna take over now. Not only is he gonna be involved with the anniversary special, he's going to be taking over as showrunner. Thank God. Thank God. This man, now, ads did bring up, well, people do change. What if he agrees with the BBC? So it wouldn't really matter if we have Russell T Davies back. If he agrees with the bullshit they're trying to put out, then it's just going to be the same as Chris Chinballs. But we need him to say, no, you guys retconned 50-something years of Doctor Who lore. No more of that bullshit. So we need someone to stand up to the BBC and say, no, I'm making Doctor Who the way I want it. You know how back in the day when I was in control of it, you remember how the numbers we were doing? Yeah. Look at the numbers now. They fucking blow. If you want to get back to the heyday of when Doctor Who was actually popular, let me do my thing. So we need this man to have a huge set of fucking balls and stand up to the BBC and say, we're not dealing with your bullshit. You want your political shit in shows? Go with something else. If you want to push an agenda, keep it out of fucking Doctor Who. People watch this as an escape from reality. They want to watch a show about a fucking man from another planet who flies around time and space in a fucking phone box. That is what they want. They don't want to be preached to. They don't want to be told, oh, white people bad. They don't want to be told they're racist. They don't want to be told that, women life's so hard. And they certainly don't want a doctor whose feelings are completely indifferent from the people she apparently cares for, she calls her fam. My fam. Because, we couldn't call them companions anymore or anything. No, they're friends or her fam. So we need this man to have a huge set of balls, stand up for the fans and say, I know what they want. And then do it. And I have a feeling the next Doctor will be a male again. We had the experiment of female Doctor. It was a bust, as put it. It was a bust. Now, it could have been, the whole BBC thing and Chris Chinballs' bad writing, but Jodie Whittaker's acting as the Doctor sucked. It fucking sucked. So even if the script was perfect, her acting sucked. Not once during her entire run as the Doctor did I say, that's the Doctor. And I wanted to. That's why I kept watching. I wanted to see one moment where I could look at Jodie Whittaker and say, she is the Doctor. I don't have a problem with a female Doctor. I don't have a problem with a female Doctor. As I've said many times, I loved having a female Master in the show. Michelle Gomez, when she was on screen, she stole the scene. We needed someone like that, but as the Doctor. So, Jodie Whittaker, no. If they were able to find an amazing female actress to play the Doctor, fine. With Russell T Davies at the helm, I have a feeling that this Doctor would be a lot better if it was a female. But I also now have a feeling that we're just going to go back to having a male Doctor. Back to having like one companion. Having fucking Yaz and Ryan and Graham, that's just too much. I know they used to do that back in the old days, but it's not the old days anymore. You don't need 3 companions. Amy and Rory, it was more just Amy and then Rory just kind of tagged along. But you only need one companion. But hearing that he's coming back as showrunner, I hope this doesn't get fucked up. Doctor Who fans are just tired of the bullshit. Fans of sci-fi or anything like that are just tired of it. We're tired of being preached to. That's why Star Wars is failing now. That's why Star Trek is failing now. The people writing Star Trek now, even said they're using it to push an agenda. We don't want that. We want an escape from reality. We want to see these people go to fantastic places, you know, to discover, new planets and life forms, to boldly go where no man has ever gone before. Uh, to a galaxy far, far away on the planet of Gallifrey and all these other places with fucking Daleks and Cybermen. That's what we want. We want, lightsaber battles. We want, set phasers to stun. We want fucking phone box flying through space. We don't want your bullshit politics. Keep it out of our shit. So, Russell T Davies, please do good by the fans. Please just... I want you to make Doctor Who great again. Simple request, make Doctor Who great again. From your fans over here in America, the fans over there across the pond, make Doctor Who great again. I'm done. So, I'm done with this. What do you hope for New Who for the next series with Russell T Davies? Who do you want to be the next Doctor? Like I've said before, I would love to see someone like Hugh Laurie. I mean, Hugh Laurie was awesome as House, and House is a doctor. I want to see Hugh Laurie play the Doctor. He can add his own like little spin on it, like House, kind of like if the Doctor was like House, I would love that. Snarky and sarcastic, who really is kind of like likes to be distant, but just because he's afraid of being hurt. I would love Hugh Laurie as Doctor. There are so many fucking people I could think of to play the Doctor. It's not even funny. Same thing with women. I don't have a problem with a female Doctor. Get Michelle Gomez to fucking play the Doctor. She was amazing as the Master. We need that as the Doctor. Showing that you can take established characters like the Master and the Doctor, gender swap them, and have it good as long as the actors can act, the writing is good. That's all they need. Unfortunately, the last couple of series with Jodie Whittaker, none of those things were there. So, who do you hope to see as the next Doctor? Since the Master, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but the current dude who's playing the Master, since he's probably not going to, if the Master does return, who would you love to see playing the Master? Who would you love to see as a companion? I would love to be a companion. But yeah, let me know all that stuff below. And if you watch Doctor Who, when did you start? Were you watching Doctor Who back in 1963 when it first started, or are you like a lot of people now and you joined in 2005 with the revival of it? Let me know all that stuff below. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.